safety's sake, I think they would be safer operating out of the grass than off the pavements.
Okay.
Even though I know we're bending some rules, but I'd rather bend a rule and get somebody hurt. And I think we're going to get somebody hurt operating off the concrete. I don't have a problem with
I know
concrete.
that's how you feel.
That's absolutely hot because it's a
George?
safety issue.
Same here.
I don't like it.
Don't like what? Which one?
Going against the rule.
Oh, I don't either.
like
Well,
going against the rule
as
either.
soon as an airplane whacks into them, they're going to sue you. They're going to sue the gliders, they're going to sue the city. That's what my boss would do. He'd go after everybody that was even watching it.
And it really wouldn't matter if it was on the runway or not.
It wouldn't.
It doesn't really matter.
Well, if I hit an airplane on the runway, that's my fault.
The first
But if I
thing-
land and I whack something off an area that should be clear, that's the airport's fault.
Like if
And
you ran off
when
and
we do
hit your
this,
golf
first
cart.
thing,
Yeah.
we've got to get NOTAMs out immediately, telling everyone that there are glider operations at
There is
the
an
airport.
It's every time you call.
Yeah.
Are we gonna table it or get a motion? We'll be here all night.
I made a motion
Yeah, motion been made.
that we move operations, glider operations to the grassy area. And then we're going to readdress this at the board meeting.
Any further discussion? There's been a
You
lot.
need a second.
So, you want us to operate like we were doing before, basically, right? Okay.
You've just got to stay up against the ditch and in that 10 feet that's questionable over
I
there.
wouldn't do that if I didn't know y'all were trying, all y'all were trying to operate safely. And the reality is, what Andy's doing, what y'all are trying to do, what we're all trying to do, what all the rules are for is to create safe operations. We have an obligation to find the safest operation that we can right now. We are framed by ditches and runways and positions, and we've just got to find the best way to be as safe as possible until we can rectify it to the level that FAA is comfortable.
Okay. Any
And
further
this may all
discussion?
change in a week.
Is there, one more thing, just to touch on again. There is going to be changes out here to construction. We don't know when it is. There are delays that are outside our control. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
That's a
So-
separate motion.
So, we could spend a lot of money on culverts in the ditch, and then X number of days, months later, all of that's gone.
All right.
Can we, Mr. Chairman, go ahead and act on the motion on the table?
Yes.
And
Go
then
ahead.
come
That was
back
just
and
further
address-
discussion. That
Yeah,
was just further discussion is
yeah,
all I was
because
doing.
I think that other is a separate issue.
It is. I was just making a point
Uh-huh.
about the money that we'd spend to do the culverts. Is there a second to Paula's motion?
I'll second.
Motion been made and a second. Is there any more discussion? All of those in favor of that motion say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye. Nay.
Okay.
You got a majority.
Okay, the motion been made and passed to move the gliders back to where they were doing business before.
When will we reconvene the conversation?
Tuesday.
It's too late already.
Tuesday, we can do, we still got time.
Okay, now, Andy asked for operating procedure from us. Is that still out there, or is that?
I want to know, what I'm asking the board for is any operation that occurs east of the runway that includes people out of the airplane, for there to be written plans in place provided by the person proposing that they do it, that talks about how they cross the runway, whether or not they have a radio, all manners of keeping people that are going to be crossing our runway safe.
I make a motion we need to do that.
Now, every airport that we tow out of, say we go to Shreveport, we talk to the airport manager, we give them our insurance, we're additionally insured them. We discuss where we'll be picking up and dropping banners. That's approved. We get a letter from the manager stating you're approved to do this for X amount of time or indefinitely or whatever we need. And
Just what you're
piece of
saying,
cake.
you talk to them, but I just put it in
Yeah.
writing, one page.
Yeah.
I
And
second the motion.
That's not on the subject.
Oh, that's true, it's not on the agenda.
Can you do it?
Well, yes, it is too, because we all
Andy,
talk about
I'll get you
glider
a letter.
operations.
How's
So,
that?
Because that is the agenda item. This is discussing
Operations.
operations of gliders included in the conversation. Y'all know that y'all need to do this with us too.
Yeah,
So,
we try to get in and out, try not to have any hazard.
So the motion is for anybody who operates on the east side of the grass, anybody.
including glider operations.
Gliders,
That way we
tow
get the right
planes,
terminology.
anything that's doing operation there.
My
got lawn
suggestion, it would be that it occur prior to operating there, that they submit a written plan for how they'll cross the runway, how they'll control pedestrian traffic, all things related to people crossing our runway and now people being in our object-free area.
I think you guys need to add lawn service in there too, because he's been kind of lax with you guys a little bit, because I've come against the runway against him with no flags and no lights.
That has nothing to do with glider
So,
operation.
how
We
quick-
need to
How
discuss
How
That's
that.
a
quickly can you
management-
turn
that's
that
a
document,
management
Carol?
Oh, and
24
you-
hours?
Just one page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So within 24 hours, one business day.
No problem.
You want to add that to your motion?
Thank you.
You want to add that to your motion?
Sure.
I second it.
Okay, motion been made, seconded for the people who operate on the east side of the runway in the grass to provide the airport manager with written SOP. Is that
Prior to operating.
prior to operation? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Be opposed. I want
So our
to-
previous letter that was issued from CAM, that was open-ended, giving us some...
Can you bring us
That
this?
doesn't have anything to do with